production. Before he begins, here's just a little history about their entertainment company. Spontaneous Productions has been doing improv comedy since August 2002. It all started at the Little Theater of Owatonna stage, where a group of 6 actors decided to do some improv. At that time, little was known about this style of performing by the actors, but they sure had fun entertaining through this improv comedy. Since then, Spontaneous Productions has blossomed into a small entertainment company. Currently, they are now looking for a venue to perform monthly free shows and can also book private shows. Some of the events this production company has performed include office holiday parties, after prom parties, local school events, birthday parties, charity events, and they even have done a wedding reception. Improv acting class are offered through Owatonna Community Education by this company, and they also provide specific improv training as requested for businesses, schools, and also churches. Spontaneous Productions does family-friendly improv comedy. The TV Whose Line, Whose Is It Anyways, everyone's probably familiar with that, is an example of the type of short-form improv that is performed. Members of the Spontaneous Productions have also taken classes through Comedy Sports in the Twin Cities area, and one of the performers has even taken classes from the famed Second City actors. So now please help me welcome Buddy Ricker on behalf of the Owatonna Chamber Third Thursday.
Hello everyone, I have my list, my agenda up there. My name is Buddy Ricker, and as Rachel said, we've been doing improv for about 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary. We've gotten a whole different bunch of cast. We're down to about 5 people now. We're looking for people. If anyone's interested, contact me. We'll do auditions. What I want to talk about today is what is improv. Rachel explained a little bit of it. We'll go through that a little bit and how it can affect you. Embarrassment in you and how to avoid that. This is part of the leadership series that we're doing. This is our what is embarrassment and how to avoid it, and those sort of things. We also have communication, fearless communication, and also concepts of leadership. And we're going to talk about yes and. That's a foundational improv structure. Yes, I accept your idea, and I'm going to add to it. We'll talk about that. Fix it. If it's broken, fix it. It's improv. You can't be wrong. That's the best part about it. It's why I'm so good at it, because I'm wrong a lot. So I'm able to circumvent that in improv and just fix it. That's the whole thing. Listening. This is an important part of improv, not just with your ears, but with your eyes and watching to see what the other person does. Not only on stage, but in business and in life in general. We're all doing improv at any given moment. We're all making it up as we go. And then accepting others, both their ideas, who they are, and what they bring to the table. So we're going to kind of walk through that. So I've got just a quick presentation on that. Then we're going to I've got volunteers already picked, so if you guys are disappointed, don't worry. You can join if you'd like. All right, what is improv? It's a style of performing where improv actors will get a suggestion, typically from the audience, and they will act out a small scene. That's the improv comedy. There's 2 kinds, short form, which is what we do, little 3 to 4 minute scenes based on a suggestion that we would get from the audience, and then there's usually a gimmick in it. Like one of our games is forward reverse, where we will do a scene forward, and then we will take a little bit of it and go backwards, and reverse as though there's a remote control from a VCR. Does everyone remember what a VCR is? DVD player with those big tapes. Then there's long form, which is something that our troupe has only dabbled in. We usually do short form, but we've taken classes on long form. That can be anywhere from 10 to 45 minutes based on one suggestion, and it's basically a play. Huge theater up in the city does amazing long form comedy if you want to see it, and most of it is comedy, although there is some dramatic and musical forms as well that they will do on that stage as well. Improv basically started in the 50s in Chicago at Second City, and that's where many people, if you've heard of Saturday Night Live, a lot of people that come to Saturday Night Live came from Second City, and it's a improv and sketch writing troupe from Chicago, and they will send their people once they get good. They will leave and head up to help sketch write at Saturday Night Live and other places, of course. When we talk about improv, one of the big things is everyone's afraid to get up on stage. Like, I don't want to. But here's the thing, you can't be wrong. Whatever your idea is, if you're doing improv correctly, your partner will agree with you and make it good. The goal of improv is not necessarily to be funny, it's to make your partner look good. And if they're doing the same thing, it can be really magical. And I've taught kids improv all the way up to adults improv. And I've had them do a show at the end of the classes. And they always produce stuff that's funny. So we don't worry about being funny, we worry about doing the good, solid improv and let the funny just come later. So you can't be wrong, your ideas will always be accepted. You might be thinking, how can this help me? And And I would encourage you to take a class, if not with us, up in the cities at Comedy Sports or Brave New Workshop. Take an improv class just for you. And some of the ways that improv has helped both me and Lance, who is here with me. It lets you think on your feet, both in known and unknown situations. It gives you an opportunity, like if you're on the phone. I deal on the phone quite a bit. I'm a trainer at Federated, but I was an underwriter where I worked with our sales force as well as some of our clients. And it helped me quite a bit. I could just see growing, getting more confident on that because I didn't have to worry about what I was going to say. I just knew it would be there because I'd done my homework prior to that, the prep work. It takes pressure off your phone calls. You'll be better at brainstorming and creation because you get used to not redlining ideas. That's what this yes and comes into play. You're not going to redline any ideas. You're going to have an open mind to other people's ideas. And that's, for me, admittedly, difficult. I have an idea, a certain idea. This has really helped me. My wife has noticed that I'm more open to things. So that was one of the other things. It'll help you win more arguments with your spouse. Because if they don't have improv training, and they'll be all flustered, you can win that argument. So don't tell her I said that. It'll make you be a better listener. It forces you to listen. If you do a scene up there and you're just doing your own idea and you're not listening to what the person's saying or watching what they're doing, it will not look good. It will not work. It'll look like you're trying to showcase. You can't do that in improv and be successful for a long time. It'll also give you more confidence when you're contributing to a group or in a meeting or in just talking back and forth, just being able to contribute because you know if you've built that trust and that confidence that you can give ideas and they'll be accepted, then that can flourish and do that in the groups that you frequent. So, never be embarrassed again. That's the second one. Embarrassment in you. The only reason, here's a little secret, the only reason you're ever embarrassed is because you're the one who's embarrassed. We've all seen people do embarrassing things, but most of the time, people forget about it. You remember. I remember every mistake I've ever made. There have been 2. And but the other people don't remember it. The other people don't remember that. So what improv can help you do is step outside of that box of embarrassment and kind of free yourself. Our volunteers are going to play a game, which was the very first improv game I've ever done. It was called Bunny Bunny. It's a warm-up game. And that's one of the ones where it's so silly, you can never be embarrassed again after you've done that. And they're like, what did we sign up for? Hold on, what is this? No, it's fine. It's fun, and it's quick, and it's fast. So just keep that in mind. How do you let this happen? You practice. You just practice not worrying about it. Don't let other people affect you when you're doing those things. You control if you're embarrassed or not. That being said, in fairness, I've been doing improv for 10 years and I still run into situations where I feel uncomfortable. So it does happen, but this can help you get by that if you would ever take those classes up there or want to participate with some of our practices with our troop. The Yes and Foundation. This is fun because it means just what it says. Yes, I accept your idea, and here's what I bring to the table. And if they're doing yes and they will say yes, I accept your idea, and it just keeps building and building. So what you start is a simple scene in a sewing room in some warehouse. You can end up on an alien spaceship on the 3rd planet from the moon. Whatever. It can end up that way because everyone just keeps accepting these ideas, and that becomes the reality. And that's what we do when we're on stage quite a bit. Fix it. Fix it's nice. It's nice in improv. It's nice in life. Just fix it. If you're making a mistake, do it. Switch. Let's go. All right, it's not working. Let's go another way. And we have 2 games specifically up here that talks about that and gives us some practice in fixing it. These are warm-up games that our volunteers will be doing. The listening portion of it, it seems intuitive that you would need to listen to the person as they're giving and taking on stage. But there's some games built into practice because when you get into an improv scene, or sometimes in a meeting, or sometimes in some sort of a brainstorming session, you have your certain idea and this is what I want to get through, and you're not taking other people's suggestions. And that can really limit it. It may be a great idea, but you can add to it using the yes and function. Also, making sure that you look at their body language. An example would be if someone says, I love that dress. It's a simple statement. But if I say it like this, I love that dress, it's different than if I say it like this, I love that dress. Very similar in tone, but you've got to listen to both of those to understand in a scene and in life which one of those they mean. Because they mean 2 very different things. One was sarcasm, the other one was a compliment. So kind of understanding that and using it on stage all at the same time while trying to push forward the scene. And the accepting others, this is accepting their ideas and working with it and moving forward. And like I said, if you make your partner better, then you're both better. Or however many people happen to be on stage. So, that's my little spiel. That what I like to just kind of leave with is free your mind, accept what others give to you, and then say what you think. Okay? Now we are family-friendly improv, so we do not do blue comedy, which would be swearing or anything innuendo-ish. So we're pretty strict with that when we do that. But just realize up in the cities they do have some of that if that's your thing. They do have some stuff that's a little more adult-friendly. But we restrict ourselves. That's the only, I would say, the only time that we ever really will check ourselves and censor ourselves. Okay? Well, with that, I'd like to introduce Lance. Like I said, my name is Buddy Ricker. I'm with Spontaneous Productions 10 years. So Lance.
Hey everybody, Lance. I'm Lance Henderson. I've been with the troupe now for about 5 years. I live in Owatonna. I work at Federated, and I didn't grow up here, but I've been here about 6 years. So right after moving to town, actually, when I first started at Federated Insurance, Buddy was my trainer, and I had taken a class in college on improv and just got introduced to it. And 5 years later, I've been still in the troupe. So improv is fantastic opportunity just to kind of get more comfortable with, just interacting with people. So I've had a blast, and it's been a fun ride for 5 years, and we'll see where we go in the next 5 years.
Okay. What I'd like to do now is do some demonstration on kind of some of the warm-up games, some of the things that we do, and now we have a too big a group to do it all, so what I've asked is Jen to pick some volunteers. So if I could have those volunteers come up here at this time. Only one person walks up here. I'm not going to pick on them or embarrass them. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to show them what some of the games is going to do. Lance is going to help out, so let's have you guys stand over here. The first game we're going to do is just a simple one. Most of our games are going to get us into a circle, so some people will have their back to you, which is a big no-no on stage, by the way. But for our demonstration purposes, we'll do that. So it's called slap, snap, or slap, clap, snap. All right, so let's have everyone get into a circle, but before you do, real quick, let me just explain what's going to happen. What will happen is you guys are going to basically find a beat like this. 1, 2. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to say my name on the right snap and someone else's name in the circle on the left snap. And then they have about this long to think of their name and someone else's. So it'll be like this. Lance and I'll go back and forth for a little bit. Buddy, Lance.
Lance, Buddy.
Okay? And then it can go to anyone in the circle in there. Okay? Now what the tendency is going to be, and you'll see it, they'll start to go like this. It'll start to get a little faster. And then it'll sort of, So if you go until someone messes up, but it's just kind of a nice way. So we have John, Jen, is it Jen? Okay, Rachel, Christy, Mike, and Lance. And they'll be doing that. So let's get into a circle, guys. Make it a little bit big circle so you can, big enough so you can see each other. There you go. And then we'll just jump in here and we'll just start this, all right? So let's just get the beat. All right? And I'll start the next one, all right? Buddy, Mike.
Mike, John.
On the snap, on the snap.
Jen.
Jen, Christy.
Christy, Rachel. Christy,
Right.
Irving.
Let's fix it. Go ahead, Mike, it's your ball.
Mike, Buddy.
Buddy, Lance.
Lance, Jen.
Jen, Rachel.
Rachel, White.
Mike, Christy.
Christy, John.
John, Christy.
Christy, Jen.
Jen, Buddy.
Alright, speed it just a little bit on the next one here. Buddy, Lance.
Lance, Mike. Mike, Lance. Lance, Jen.
Jen, Mike.
Mike, John. John, Lance. Lance, Christy.
Christy, Buddy.
Buddy, Rachel.
Rachel, Christy. Christy, Rachel.
Guys, give me that. Good work. Good work. Alright, let's stand here, guys. Stay up here. Alright, the next one we're going to do is that game I told you about, Bunny Bunny. This is the first one. What's going to happen here is, and Lance can help me demonstrate this part of it. What's going to happen is, this is the first improv warm-up game I ever learned. Jill Bernard, she's one of my trainers, she said, hey, come up here, we're going to play Bunny Bunny. I'm like, oh, that sounds like it should be a pretty easy game. What happens is we're all going to get in a circle, and I'm going to have control, or the energy. And I'll go like this. Bunny, bunny, bunny. I am the head and the arms of the bunny. And I'm going to say, bunny, 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 bunny. Lance is going to be my left ear, and he's going to say, bunny, 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 bunny. And I'm going to have someone on my right that's going to be on the right ear, bunny, 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 bunny. And then I'm going to pass it to someone, and they're the middle person. All right? This is just to get rid of the ridiculous, and get rid of the embarrassing. So let's all get in the circle here. All right, I'll go over here. Alright, so I'll start. So I'm going to be the middle bunny. You're my right ear. So you're going to lean in and do this and say bunny bunny. And you're going to lean in and say this. And then I'm going to pass it to Lance at first. And then we can pass it to anyone. And they become the middle bunny. Okay? So here we go. Ready? Bunny 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 bunny.
Buddy, 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 Buddy.
Bunny 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 bunny.
Buddy, 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 Buddy.
Buddy Yeah, I know. Play it at fast speed and it looks like we're having a seizure. All right. Okay, this one's fun. We can do this in a line. This one's called Try That On for Size. And this is actually a game adaptation that I made into a warm-up game here. And what it is basically, and Lance and I will do this, just give me an activity, any sport. Give me a high school sport.
Tennis.
Tennis, okay. So what's going to happen is this is like a challenge game back and forth, but it's a quick thinking, get you on your feet. So what will happen is we'll end up going down the line. I'm just going to do any activity that I think has to do with tennis. And it's just a real quick 1-2 motion. So I'll be like, I'm playing tennis. Try that on for size. Now Lance has to do the exact same motion, but come up with a totally different reason for doing it.
I'm throwing frisbee to my dog in the park. Try that on for size.
I'm a Harry Potter sidearm wand thrower. Try that on for size.
I am practicing being Picasso. Try that on for size.
I am doing slow pitch softball, but kind of overhand, and I'm cheating a little bit. Try that on for size.
I'm directing traffic in New York City and failing. Try that on for size.
Okay, so that's kind of the whole thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to get another, look, Lance in here. I'll start over. I'll be a second, so we'll have John go first. And all he has to do is just give me an activity. Give me an Olympic sport now, other than tennis.
Downhill skiing.
Downhill skiing. So John, just do a quick motion, what you think downhill skiing is, and tell me, try that on for size. Then I will do his exact same motion, and I will come up with something different. Hopefully, you guys all have a chance to think about what John does now. So you have that time. So take that time and try and think of what you're going to do. Unless someone else does it, then be angry with him for a minute and think of something else. So John, what is downhill skiing? And then tell me to try that.
Downhill skiing, try that on for size.
Okay. I'm stabbing marshmallows to put in the fire. Try that on for size.
I am jump roping. Try that on for size.
I'm winning a big race. Try that on for size. I'm playing leapfrog. Try that on for size.
I am ducking objects while playing Connect. Try that on for size.
I am unorthodoxly throwing eggs into a frying pan. Try that on for size.
Excellent, excellent. All right. We're going to do one more. We're going to go back the other way. Just give everyone a chance to have the high pressure on. Thank you, John. That was a great motion, by the way. So let's get one more. Give me another suggestion. Give me a something you would do on vacation that's active.
Swimming.
Swimming. Okay, so Lance.
I'm swimming. Try that on for size.
I am swimming through a pile of jello looking for my wallet. Try that on for size.
I'm running through the air trying to move it out of my way. Try that on for size.
I'm stretching out for my aerobics. Try that on for size.
I'm cooling down the plant. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to hide eggs in a windmill. Try that on for size.
I'm jumping along with my kids, try that on for size.
Now let's try that on for size. And we can go on until someone misses it or we start a new thing. But in a game, Lance and I would go back and forth until the host did not like it or blew the whistle. Oh, this one's easy. This one's called, we're going to get in a circle, so say the alphabet as fast as you can. And it's just like it sounds. We're going to say the alphabet as fast as we can. I'm going to time it. We're going to practice once and I'll time it. I think our record is like 8 seconds, I think it is. Let's get into a circle. And this one, what this does is this is just you know the alphabet. Hopefully, right, John? You know the alphabet, so it's just a matter of working as a team. So what's going to happen is I'll start and I'll just point to Lance and I will say A as quickly as we can. We want to get through it. Point to someone else and say B, C, all the way till we get to Z. All right, ready? Here we go. A,
B,
C.
D,
you got a point?
I'm sorry.
E.
I'll point to someone.
D or C.
G, L,
F,
N,
O.
P,
Q.
R,
S,
T,
U,
V,
W,
X.
Y,
Z.
Z.
All right. Okay, that was a minute and a half. All right. So I'm going to have Lance start it. Don't start on me. I'm going to time it though. All right. Now we got it. We know the ABC. We got the.
know the
Check out.
ABC,
Check
yeah.
out the. Check out the. Here we go. Ready? The dust balls are ready. Here we go. Go ahead, Lance.
A,
B,
C.
D.
E.
F,
G,
H.
I.
J.
K,
L,
M,
N.
O,
P,
Q,
R.
S.
T.
U,
V.
W.
X.
Y,
Z.
14 seconds. Okay, good.
Thanks.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's okay. I've got just a little bit of a little suggestion we can do. Make eye contact and be very clear who you're pointing with. We had a little curveball, which is awesome. Whoa! Which makes it hard, but just be real clear who you're pointing to when you're saying that letter, and it will help us. We will beat 14 seconds. I guarantee it. All right, let me reset.
You are playing.
I am playing. I am
Okay.
playing.
That's why I did that.
That's right. Okay, so Lance start and don't start with me.
A,
B.
C,
D,
E,
F.
G.
H,
I,
J.
K,
L.
M.
N,
O,
P,
Q.
R,
S,
T.
V. U.
V,
Y.
12 seconds! 12 seconds! We got the 2 and 3. That's awesome! similar, except instead of the alphabet, we just have to say zip, zap, zop. But it's got to be in that order, zip, zap, zop. And you want to go as fast as you can. Remember, eye contact and direct pointing is the best way to make this happen. So, for example, I would go zip.
Zap.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zop.
Zap.
Zip.
Zap.
Zop.
Zip.
Zap.
Zap.
Zip.
Okay, good. All right. Variation on that is where we can have every time someone says the word zip, we can have it like zip, 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 zap, zap, zap. However many zips there are, we would do that many zaps and that many zops. We're not going to do that here. These guys have been really good about it, but we're going to move on to the next game to practice. All right. All right. Red ball. In this game, this is an imagination game where it's opens your mind, but also you have to keep everything clear. So I hold in my hand a red ball. Does everyone see the red ball? It's not an Emperor's New Clothes thing. You really have to visualize it, and it's got weight. So what's going to happen is, in this circle, I'm going to hand it to someone saying this phrase. Lance. I'm going to get his attention by saying his name. And I'm going to say red ball. I'm going to tell him the color of the ball. That's important because I'm going to introduce different colors as we go. Lance, red ball.
Red ball, thank you.
He says the color of the name so that I know that we made that transaction, says thank you, so now he has control. And then he would pass it to someone.
Mike, red ball.
Let's
Red
start
ball,
our circle,
thank you.
guys. And go ahead, Mike, pass it to anyone you'd like.
Christy, red ball.
Red ball, thank you. Rachel, red ball.
Red ball, thank you.
You can go across the circle if you want. Say their name, get their attention.
Red ball.
Say the name.
Red ball.
Jen.
Jen, red ball.
Yep.
Sorry.
Red ball. Thank you. Buddy. Red ball.
Red ball, thank you. Christy, red ball.
Buddy, thank you, red ball.
Yep.
Lance, red ball.
Mike,
Red
yellow
ball,
ball.
thank you. John,
Yellow
red
ball,
ball.
thank you.
Jen.
Lance, yellow ball.
Thank you.
Yellow ball, thank
Red
you.
ball.
Rachel, yellow ball.
Red ball.
Red ball, thank you. Lance, red ball.
Red ball, thank you.
Mike,
John,
green
red
ball.
ball.
Green ball, thank you.
Jen, yellow ball.
Lance,
Yellow
green
ball.
Rachel, silver
Red
ball.
ball, thank you. Buddy,
Silver ball, thank you.
Green ball, green ball.
Thank you.
John, green ball.
And the yellow
Jen,
ball.
red
Red ball.
ball.
silver ball, green ball. Yellow ball, thank
Red
you.
ball.
Christy,
red
red
ball,
ball.
thank you. John, green ball.
Red ball.
Jen.
Green ball.
Buddy, yellow ball.
Yellow ball, thank you. John, yellow ball.
Green ball, thank you. Lance, green ball.
Green
Yellow
ball,
ball,
thank you. Green ball.
All right, stop. Stop. Hold up.
Well, thank you.
What colors?
Yellow and green.
silver.
Red.
All right, give it a hand. Good deal. All right, yeah, and we try to get up to, we had 6 people there, you try to get up to 6 different colored balls as you go into it. It gets pretty confusing and focusing on that. These guys did a really good job, first time ever playing it, of not losing where the balls were, yeah. All right, this next one's called Whoosh. This is my favorite warm-up game. Imagine, if you will, that I have an energy ball now. Now, it's not a different color, it's an energy ball. And I'm going to pass it around. Let's get into a circle real quick. And I'm just going to, and this one here, let's give ourselves some room because we're going to be a little bit animated. Be big on this one. I'm just going to pass the energy, and we're just going to go around the circle until it gets back to me, then I'll add some stuff to it. And this is how we pass it. Whoosh! Nope, you just stay. Jen has it. Now she's going to pass the energy. And say whoosh. Say the word whoosh. That's important. Yep. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Whoosh. Whoosh. Whoosh.
All right, good. So, anytime whoosh keeps it going, whichever direction it's going. Now, how do we change directions? Lance, can I have you stand right here just so we can show? So, if say that Jen passes me the energy and I go to Lance and I go whoosh, he's going to go, wah! Now I have the energy again. I'm like, oh, so I got to go the other way, whoosh. All right? So now, if you don't want it, you go, ah! So let's do that a couple times, and then I will, I'll add something else. So, go ahead, Chris. You can start either direction, whichever way you want. Whoosh.
Whoosh. Whoosh. Whoosh.
Ah!
Whoosh. 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 Whoosh.
Ah!
Whoosh. Whoosh. Whoosh.
All right, good. Now, sometimes those people go, keeping it, you can always pass across as well, right, by going zap. All right, so I would zap it to Mike. Now, Mike has it, and he can go either side. He can go, if he wants, all right? So you go zap.
Zap.
Now, you can go zap to the person next to you, but technically, you should say whoosh. So just to kind of keep, there's a lot of stuff working on here. We still have 2 more things to add. Groovalicious and freak out, so. All right, so, okay, so if you wouldn't mind starting, either direction. Whoosh, whoosh.
Zap.
Right?
Whoop.
Yes.
Zap.
Whoosh, whoosh, ah, whoosh, 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 ah, whoosh, whoosh,
Zap.
Whoosh.
Ah.
Whoosh. Whoosh. Whoosh.
whoosh, whoosh.
Zap.
All right, good, good, good. All right. We're gonna have this next one. It's called Groovalicious. Now, when whoever has the energy can say Groovalicious, and everyone's gonna put the right foot in the circle, and we're all gonna go like this. Groovalicious. And then it comes back out, and I have the energy, and I will go whoosh, whoosh. Here we go. Whoever wants to, you have the energy.
Okay. Whoosh, whoosh.
Zap.
Whoosh,
Ah.
whoosh, whoosh.
Groovalicious.
Zap.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Groovalicious.
Groovalicious.
Zap.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Ah.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Zap.
Whoosh.
All right, good. Last one is going to be freak out. I practice a lot catching the energy ball of whoosh. The last one is called freak out. What's going to happen here, again, just like Groovalicious, anyone who has the energy can say it, and then at that time we all just need to trade places by going, oh no, freak it out, freak it out. And you have to be in a different spot than where you started in. All right, are we ready? All right, here we go. Whoosh, whoosh.
I'm freaking out.
Freak out! Yeah, freak out, freak out. You have the energy now?
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Zap.
Yes. Ah, whoosh, whoosh. Ah,
Whoosh, whoosh.
zap. Freak out! Oh, no, freak out! I can't believe what's going on. Groovalicious.
Groovalicious.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Zap.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Zap.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Zap. Zap. All right, I got it. Okay, good. Let's give him a hand. That was hard. That was hard. All right. That's really, those are just we have other games. We have Big Booty, which we didn't show you, which is fun, and Big Fish, Little Fish, which is fun. There's a bunch of games we could do, but these are just to kind of break the ice. These guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Let's give them a hand. Good sports. And, they learned a little something, I hope. So first, certainly which way it goes if you get say whoosh or zap. But anyway, that's kind of what I want to talk about today is just never be embarrassed. Now these guys can't be, at least for the rest of the day. They'll have that kind of energetic high. My name is Buddy Ricker. This is Lance Henderson. We're with Spontaneous Productions. Thank you, Chamber, for having us, and Katie for helping setting this up. So thank you very much. If you want to listen to the games and how to play them, if you want to do them at Christmas parties of your own or at your house or whatever, which does happen, or if you want to be included in our show list, if we have a show, we can put you on there. I have an email sign up here. Just put your name, your business if you'd like, and the email address up here. And then I can email you a copy of these games so you can see what we did if you are interested in that. So, but again, thank you.